Hey everyone, and welcome to the Graphic Glamour YouTube channel. My name is Caitlin, and today we are doing a it was supposed to be a neutral look. Turned out a little bit more than that. Whoops. We're doing a very fall-inspired date night look. So if you're interested in finding out how I achieved this look today, keep on watching. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to prime my face. I'm going to be using the Professional today by Benefit. I really like this. I like the texture of it. And I haven't decided if I like this one or the Too Faced Hangover one yet better. I only got a sample of that in like a Too Faced box. I love doing those little sample boxes. But I think I might buy a full size of the Hangover one. I don't know. It's really expensive though for what it is. So, I don't know. Leave me your opinion down below. I'm gonna go straight onto eyes just because if I am gonna be using a couple of darker colors today and I don't want any fallout. So, today I'm going to be using the Ben Nye Pressed Color Palette. This is the Essential Eyeshadow Palette by them. And I'm going to be going in first with this color here. Ooh, this one here. It's called Shell. And I'm just placing that mostly in the crease, kind of on the lid, and bringing it all the way in. Kind of like that. Okay. So now I've got the base color on there, which is good. Next, oh gosh, I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to take this flat shaded brush. This is by Still Spot Essentials. I don't know, I think I got it at Walmart like a long time ago. And I'm going to go in with this shade here. This is called Cork, I think. The names are backwards on the back, I just noticed. And I'm just going to put this color right on the base of the lid. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with this color here, and this one is Smoky Taupe. It's a almost like a grayish brown. It's really pretty. Definitely a cooler tone, and I'm putting that just right in the crease. I'm going to work on deepening that now. And once I get the color where I want it, I'm just going to kind of sweep it inwards because I do want the darkest or like the most concentrated color right here on the outer kind of section. I know it looks really rough right now, but don't worry, we're gonna fix it very soon. I just kind of want to get the color on. Ooh. It's my friend Brienne. Hi Brienne, if you're watching this, you're texting me right now. Just bringing this kind of onto the lid just a little bit, and obviously the same on the other side. Then I'm gonna take my Royal & Langnickel crease brush. I'm just gonna use this with no product on it, and I'm just gonna start to blend out that line. Also, I'm really hoping that this lighting is okay. I don't know. Setting up the studio and everything has been super fun, but like for filming, I don't exactly know how it's gonna work yet. But yeah, we'll get there. It's gonna be a process. But this whole thing has been a process, and I'm gonna do a video on my main channel or on my personal channel talking about the whole experience in setting up my studio, because it's been definitely something I'll never forget. I like this blending brush because it is so fluffy that if you have really dark colors, it's not going to blend it out too crazily, but if you're working with something like this where it's still kind of a mid-tone, it does take a little bit longer. This brush here is my next one, and this is BH Cosmetics, it's from their Rose Gold line. I'm trying to stick with just using this one palette today. So I'm going to use Mink Soul, which is this next darkest brown. This is definitely like a true chocolate brown, and I'm putting that in the crease and kind of in the middle of the eyelid, just like that. And then again, I put it really roughly, and now I'm just gonna go in and blend it out. But I think I do want a little bit of shimmer on the eyes, so I'm probably gonna use the Naked Smoky palette also, which I frickin' adore, if you haven't been able to tell from my Instagram. I pretty much use that palette in every Instagram post, which is kind of pathetic, but whatever, man. See, now this is a color that I like having the fluffy brush because it doesn't take the color too far too quickly. So now I'm gonna go in with the Naked Smoky palette. Should know what this looks like. Everybody talks about it. I freaking love it. And on my flat shader brush, I'm gonna go in with Radar, I think. And I'm just gonna place that right in the center of the lid for now. Just right there. I wanna keep darkening this up just a little bit. I'm gonna be using a Bdellium 780 brush. It's just like a little pencil brush. And I'm gonna be using my favorite color from this Naked Smoky palette, which is Smolder, which is like a really, it's a smoky purple. And I'm just gonna be putting that like right at the lash line, just right in the outer corner. And then kind of, well, let's basically just say we're putting it in the outer V, but focusing it more so on the lash line. God, I love that color. Okay, and then I'm just gonna blend the top of that out. So I'm just bringing that purple almost to the center of my eye. It's almost gonna act like a liner. Or it's like almost as if we're smoking out the liner before we put the liner on. I'm actually gonna take a tiny little bit of the lightest brown color in here. It's called Cork, and I'm putting that right on my big giant fluffy brush and tapping off pretty much all of it and just going over that in the crease. Just to kind of soften that. And that actually really helps. Okay, so then I'm gonna take that first brush we used, and I'm gonna go in with High from the Naked Smoky palette, which is like the lightest shimmery shade. I'm just gonna put that right in the inner, like in the inner lid, and also right on the tear duct. Cool, eyeshadow is pretty much done. I'm gonna leave the lower lash line until I get my foundation on, just because I don't want it to get all messy. Take a giant fan brush and just kind of sweep away any darkness. I'm using the Ben Nye Cake Eyeliner in black. I love this stuff. If you're a professional makeup artist, you need this in your kit, or in your life, really. It's almost empty, mine. But I will be definitely getting another one. And I'm just gonna use a, like, I don't even know where this is from, but it's one of those angled liner brushes. And with this, okay, so with the cake liner, it's completely dry, like, well, you get like chalky kind of residue. But to use it, you actually need to get it wet. So you can use water or anything. I don't have my little spray water, so I'm just gonna use my little Baby Fix Plus and just, you can spray your brush, but I'm just gonna spray it directly in here because I have like literally almost nothing left of my eyeliner. And then it turns into like a liquid liner or a gel liner or whatever. You can see. It's super awesome and really buildable, which is nice. And I'm not doing anything crazy with the liner today. I'm just bringing it pretty much right to my corner of my eye, giving it like the tiniest little wing. Can you even see that? Oh my goodness, do you see what happened? That's a downfall to this eyeliner. We're gonna go on to foundation. Today I'm using the Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation by NYX, and I am in the shade Natural. And when the shades for this are kind of funny because like this color looks orange when I put it on, but once it oxidizes, it looks totally fine. And okay, so I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Essential Foundation brush to apply it, and then blending out with my foundation giant like flat brush from Royal & Langnickel. I like to do little areas as opposed to like applying it all and then letting it sit on the face before you blend it out. I just find that this works a little bit better. So next, typically what I will do is take like a banana powder type product and put that right underneath my eyes. But I don't have the I don't have the Ben Nylon right now, so I'm just going to be using the Shade Light palette by Kat Von D, and I'm going to take the yellow most shade. And people are right when they say this palette is really powdery. Like, I love this palette, but it is really, really, really powdery. But I don't find it makes you look chalky, which is good. For the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Stay Matte Pressed Powder by Rimmel. Just what I have on hand right now. I have the color 003 Natural. I'm going to be taking that on my Delium Tools 958 brush. It's like a dual fiber powder brush. Just swirling it in there. And then applying this all over the face. Contour time. So I'm going to take the lightest bronzing shade, and I'm going to take that on this BH Cosmetics brush. I think it's called an all over face brush, but it's like super tiny and dense, and it's actually really good for just right in the hollows of your cheeks. I love this brush. Had it since I was in school, and I will never get rid of it. I have two of them. So I'm just going to take that right from kind of where my sideburn starts and work my way down to like mid cheek. I'm gonna go back with my powder brush and just kind of soften, especially underneath. I'm not gonna carve out the cheekbones today, but I do want to soften underneath there. There we go. Yeah. And then blush. I'm using my favorite blush from MAC. It is Sincere. I don't actually know if they still make this. Anyways, I'm just gonna put that kind of on the back of the apples of my cheek, so not like right here, just kind of like right, just a tiny bit higher than where the bronzer is. Okay, it's time for highlight. And I'm using Champagne Pop, which I love. I will be very sad if this ever goes away. And I'm just putting that right on the very top of my cheekbone, so right above, touching that blush that we put, and I also kind of bring it right up there. And I think sometimes I go a little bit overboard with this, but really, is that possible? I'm also going to use this to highlight my brow bone. But first, let's do my brows before I do that. So for brows, using Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown. I'm gonna do a whole video on brows probably, eventually. This brow needs to be shaped better. But there's a whole story behind why my brow is shaped that way, and I'll tell it maybe in my brow video. So I'm just gonna go in with my flat shader brush again, and just a little bit of Champagne Pop, and just place it right at the highest point of my brow, like right there. Because I find if you go overboard with the highlight on the brow bone, you'll look like a clown. So I like to just put the teeniest little bit, and then I'm actually just gonna lightly blend it out. Okay, and my lashes are Demi Wispies by Ardell. They're classic. They look good on everybody. And then for lash glue, I'm going to be using True Glue adhesive. Okay, so now that lashes are on, just gonna quickly go in with that same Smolder color from the Naked palette and just put that right underneath like the outer lower lash line, just a tiny little bit. All right, and now for lips, let's see if I can get a good angle. So for my lips, I'm just gonna be using the Lime Crime Velveteen in Pansy. I haven't used this in a very long time. Oh my goodness, I am so out of focus. Okay, there we go. I feel like it's a lot darker than I remember it. Weird. Oh well. That is the finished look. Zoom you all the way out. Okay, that is all the way zoomed out. So that is my finished look. Oh my goodness, my necklace chain. So, this is the finished look. It's really nice if you have a date, and it's kind of fall with the lips. I'm actually kind of disappointed because I remember this being a lot brighter than this, but what you gonna do? So if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the Graphic Glamour YouTube channel if you haven't already, as well as follow me on Instagram. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.